lost its way on its own. Lost sight of what mattered. Change was inevitable. That change came more swiftly than anyone imagined. And now that it's here, we best finish it. Or it'll finish us. Every thread, every patch makes the change more complete. Until it's whole, and we find ourselves again. Even you, now that you're here, have your own patch to sew. You must find the one who did this. The one that brought the change, and smashed our worlds together. A powerful being. To stitch two whole worlds together? They'd have to be now, wouldn't they? I wish I could tell you more, dear. But this one ain't been seen much by the Dran. And so, it ain't been seen by me. I reckon, though, that someone who walks between worlds, such as yourself, will have less trouble finding such a being. Stay the course. I feel right certain you'll find what you're looking for. Of course. Ask me anything you want, my dear. It was an unexpected patch, I'll admit. Stitched in all of a sudden like. But now that it's here, I do believe it's the patch we needed. Oh, don't hear me sideways, dear. I know it ain't all fancies and fortunes. Some of these creatures are feeding on the poor Dran. And the Dran, well, most of them can't see or refuse to see what's happening. It must be terrifying for all, but it's growing pains. Mark my words, once the stitching's done, we'll be right as rain. Ah, that. I've been given eyes to watch over my people, and a heart to protect them, but no voice of my own in exchange. To speak to my people, I must speak through them. That is the way of it, my children. Now, they are those what got nowhere else to go. They choose me, and I'm mother to them more than any other Dran. I am sorry if it's disturbing, but do understand, these children are willing speakers on my behalf. Goodness no! For all my gifts, that ain't something I could do even if I wanted. But they ain't got no compunctions about speaking for me. Makes them feel important, it does. Indeed. Truth is, some folk only ever see what they want to see. For if they open their eyes to the facts, it'd mean ripping out every stitch left holding them together. So, I understand those what can't see, but their blindness makes things so much worse for the rest. Those what can see have it terrible. They can't ever go back to the way things were. But there ain't no one to give them the help they need. Have mercy on them, dear. Until the stitching's done, they more than most bear the terrible, unwanted burden of the truth. Didn't I already tell you, my dear? Aye, that's it there. Sure as sugar, life's the quilt, and the quilt is life. And we're all part of the patchwork. None can see the whole, till the whole is done. All we can do is stitch it in, one patch at a time. There's patches what ain't been stitched in yet. But that don't make them less a part of the whole. It just means the quilt ain't finished. Like these children here, stitched to their parents. Though their parents ain't around no more. And they were stitched to me too before we met. For all Dran are a part of each other. Quilt and Dran are the same, my dear. And not just the Dran. We're all this quilt. It's just that all the patches ain't been sewn in yet. And maybe never will be. At least, not in a single run-through. Life's just a rehearsal for something else, isn't it? It might feel like we only get the one run at it, but there's so much more. And some of us get more than that, don't we? You live and die and live again. But it's all part of the same quilt. Every patch of your life's telling a single story. And when your patches end, another's will be sewn in. And so the quilt continues, on and on, until it's complete. Oh, we'll know when we know. Until then, we just keep stitching in our stories, one patch at a time. Oh, before you go, I've got something to show you. This quilt is the life of this world. I've said as much before, I think. And whether you know it or not, you've been working towards its completion. When you're out there helping the Dran, facing their monsters, every ordeal's a patch on this quilt, and it's half done now. You're as much to thank for that as I am. Perhaps more so. I wanted to share my joy with you, love. So here, a small token of my appreciation. I won't hold you up no longer, child. Just wanted you to know. Yes? Oh, welcome. I told you life's a patchwork. And you've been... It'll take... But no, so long as you keep...